Hello, Tom Votava here, and this is a quick demonstration of how to point press Super Mario Bros. 3 on Twin Galaxies Tournament Settings. This is the 5-man variation with all the restrictive rules that are somewhat confusing to understand. Hopefully this video will take care of that confusion, as everything you see in this video is legal under those rules. I'm only going to show World 1 in order to save on space here. Every technique that you see in World 1 can be applied to anywhere else in the game. The basic technique you need to learn in order to score any real points in this game is the bounce combo. The basic idea is to bounce really high off of an enemy and then use the raccoon tail to slowly descend so that you can stay in the air for as long as possible. This allows you to chain together multiple stomps. If you get 8 stomps in a row, you score a total of 16,500 points. This may sound obvious, but one common trick with point pressing any Super Mario game is to use pipes to reset enemies. Anything that is killed can only be regenerated by doing this. Bounce combos are extremely lucrative, more so than any other scoring technique in the entire game. Because of that, the rules have been restricted. You're only allowed to do a bounce combo twice for each location in the game. For example, in World 1-1, there are 2 locations where you can do the bounce combo. The early area with the Goombas, and then this place with the winged turtles. A bounce combo can be done exactly twice for each of these locations. Another valuable source of points is the coin ship, which we're going to summon here. All you need to do is get a multiple of 11 in your coin total, and then have the 10 digits of your score match the digits of your coin total, and you'll get a 10,000 point coin ship out of one of the Wandering Hammer Brothers. This can be done in Worlds 1, 3, 5, and 6. World 1-2 is probably the simplest example of the bounce combo. All you have to do is just wait for the Goombas to generate out of the pipes. There are 3 pipes that generate Goombas in this level, and so you can do 6 bounce combos just from those. In addition to the Goomba pipes, there's one other place where you can do a bounce combo. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Note how the winged Goomba kept on getting his wings back because I scrolled him off the screen over and over. And here we go again with the pipe. We're going to generate a couple of power-ups again, as well as that winged Goomba from that special combo. This winged Goomba combo is somewhat complicated and somewhat hard to pull off. Because of that, I like to fly up that hill so that I can make the top of the screen scroll. If I were to just climb the hill normally, then whenever I jumped really high, Mario would disappear off the top of the screen, making it hard to see where he is. Nothing too fancy here, just more of the same, but one thing I want to point out is that it's probably a good idea not to go too far to the right during this bounce combo. This prevents a flying Goomba from entering the screen and potentially messing you up. After all those bounce combos, there's still time for one more little trick. Bringing lots of enemies to the exit gate. If you can get 4 of them onto the screen when you hit the slot machine, you'll get 15,000 points. Note that you are allowed to use these Goombas, which we already used in a bounce combo for this other trick. More on that in a bit. On to World 1-3, which is where things start to get interesting. There are 4 bounce combos to do here, including this one, which has an interesting side bonus of the Boomerang Brother being part of it. Stomping a Boomerang Brother as the 4th enemy is worth 8,000 points instead of the usual 800, which increases the value of the combo significantly. And here we have the second combo, using a nice variety of flying Goombas and turtles and regular Goombas. The third combo is a shorter version of the first, where we stomp 3 turtles and then a Boomerang Brother. It's not worth as many points as other bounce combos, but you still get that 8,000 for the Boomerang Brother, which makes it worth it. The 4th bounce combo is a very difficult one to set up, and it also illustrates one of the cloudiest parts of the rules. I mentioned earlier that you can only do 2 bounce combos per location. Well, this looks like the same exact spot that we just did the 3rd combo. However, it is legal, because we are doing a completely separate kind of combo. Before we just did a 1-2-3 bounce off of a Boomerang Brother. This is the more traditional kind of bounce combo involving 3 turtles and waiting for them to recover between stomps. Also note that you can do as many single stomps as you want when setting these combos up. Single stomps are only worth 100 points and are considered unprofitable when you consider that 2 ticks of the clock are worth 100 points. Because of this, do not be afraid to make sure that the turtles are in just the right position before you start a combo. And after a quick trip to Coin Heaven, we have all the enemies reset so we can do the rest of our combos. And just to re-illustrate my point about reusing enemies for multiple types of tricks, here we're going to reuse a green turtle shell not only for one of the bounce combos, but for the 1000-point bonus at the exit. We're skipping ahead to World 1-5, which is the next level that contains bounce combos. World 1-4 and the mini fortress do not have any place that you can do this kind of thing, and you should just play those levels normally. This world has two combos, the first of which is this group of Buzzy Beetles, which always tends to go faster than normal because there's 4 things to stomp. You don't have to spend as much time in the air between stomps because there's always a beetle recovering. And the second bounce combo is here, with these 3 turtles. Note that we can speed this up as well because we have the ability to scroll the turtles off the screen, which makes them recover faster. This is the same principle as the thing that we did with the Winged Goomba back in World 1-2. At first glance, World 1-6 doesn't appear to have any groups of turtles where you can do a bounce combo. However, you can use this little trick to set one up. If you time it just right, you can be up above the top of the screen at the exact moment that the turtle recovers in your arms. This allows you to drop the turtle shell that you are holding without having to send it flying or stomp it or anything, and you didn't even take damage. Net result? You get a nice little set of 3 turtles that you can stomp. Oh, and here's a quick example of what not to do. Don't let the turtle shells get too close together when you're trying to stomp them. Otherwise, this can happen. Okay, one final place where you can get big points is on the airship, or actually in any place where there's a cannon firing bullets. Obviously, it's a little bit difficult to do it on the airship when the screen is scrolling like this, but you get the idea. Oh, and don't collect the fire flower on this level. You can get more than the 1,000 points it provides by stomping on more bullets. Anyway, that about covers the basics, so I'll leave you to figure out the other 7 worlds. I hope I've removed a lot of the confusion in the rules, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again. Bye now.